How are you all? I hope you all are going very good and must be learning very well. Okay, today we are back here with our new session of Science Class 3rd, and the chapter is Fifth World of Birds. Okay, so students, birds are the beautiful living creatures around us. Okay, they are unique in their nature as they are the only organisms which can fly, right? Now, what special features do these birds have which make them fly? Okay, what are their feeding habits? What are the different types of birds which we have around us? How do they look so beautiful? What makes them unique? These all questions are going to be answered in this session today. So now let's join us and explore the world of birds. Okay? See. So first of all, what we have is the learning objectives. Means in this chapter, we are going to cover the body structure of a bird, the beaks of birds, then how does a bird fly? Means what special feature do the bird have which make them fly? And then we are also going to cover the topic of feathers of birds. These are the body parts of a bird which makes them unique. What are these body parts? What unique they have, we are going to cover in this session today. So first of all, they have asked you to look at the pictures of some birds and write their names in the space provided. Okay, so before learning or doing this activity, we have to explore the chapter. We should learn about these different types of birds. Then you can yourself do this activity. Okay, so let me first of all complete the chapter and then you can do it on your own. See, so birds are one of the most beautiful and colorful creatures found on the earth. As I told you, they are very beautiful, they are very colorful. Okay, some birds are there like parrot, which entertain us, right? Then next is what that birds do not give birth to their young ones. Instead, they lay eggs, and through these eggs only, their baby birds hatch out, and then they develop into an adult bird. Okay. Then most of the birds, majority of the birds are there which can fly. But there are some birds also which are birds but they cannot fly. What are these birds? We will discuss further in this chapter. Then birds also need food because they are also living organism, right? So some birds eat grains, but some are the birds which eat flesh also. Okay, you can see this is parrot, this is pigeon. These are the different types of birds. First of all, we are going to learn the body structure of a bird. Okay, see, you can see this is the structure of a bird which they have shown. So birds have a streamlined body. What is this streamlined body? This is a boat-shaped body. You can write over here. Streamlined body is also known as a boat-shaped body. Means the structure which they have of their body is like it is narrow from the ends and it is broad from the middle portion. Such type of body structure is known as boat shaped or the streamlined body. Okay. Also, they have a head, wings, tail, and legs. Then next, what they have is they have feathers on their body. Okay. Then the bird's head. This is the bird head part, and this head part only they have this special structure known as beak. Why? Because they do not have teeth, and they use these beaks only to eat their food. Okay, so the bird's head has a beak with no teeth. Then they have two holes on the beak which act as nostril. So in this beak only they have two holes on the side which act as a nose for the birds, and the through these holes only they exchange the gases. Then bones of the birds. If we talk about the bones of the birds, so these bones are hollow, means they are very lightweight, which makes the body of a bird very lightweight. Okay. Then birds use their beaks and claws to hold and eat their food. Okay, they use their beaks, their claws to hold and to eat their food. Next, what we have is beaks of birds. Let us first of all discuss about the beaks of bird. So, as I told you that the birds do not have teeth. Okay, instead, what they have? They have beaks for the purpose of eating and holding food. See, birds hold food using their beaks and eat it. And depending on the type of food they eat, because every bird does not eat the same type of food. So, depending on this fact that which type of food is eaten by the particular bird, they have a special type of beak. So, depending on the type of food they eat, different birds have different beak types also. Now, let us discuss the different types of beaks. So, first of all, there is strong, short, and hard beak. Okay, so the birds which are seed eating means which eat only seed, such as sparrow, pigeon. Okay, what they do? They crack the nuts, they crack the seeds with the help of their strong, short, and hard beak. You can see this is the short, strong, and hard beak with the help of which they can easily crack the nuts and seeds to eat. Then we have pointed beaks. Okay, so there are some birds which are nectar feeding, means they suck the nectar from the flowers. Example, hummingbirds. And for that purpose, they have very long tube-like pointed beaks. Okay. Next, we have what? Short and rounded beaks. Means the size is short and it is somewhat rounded in shape. Okay. And example, parrot you can see. So this parrot have a short and rounded beak. Why? Because the animals which are fruit eating, means which eat fruit. So for that purpose, to pick up and to grind the fruits and the seeds inside them, they have this type of short and rounded beaks so that they can easily hold and eat the fruits and seeds. Next, we have strong and hooked beaks. You can see this is a very strong and a kind of hooked beak. So the such type of beak is with flesh eating birds, means the birds which eat or feed on the flesh of other animals. Such birds have what? Such kind of strong and hooked beaks. Example, eagle, vulture, etc. Why do they have such type of beak? Because they have to cut and tear the flesh, and for that purpose only they have this type of short and sharp and hooked beaks so that they can easily cut and tear the flesh. Next is strong chisel shaped beak. Okay, so this type of beak is found in the birds that drill the wood or crack the nuts. Okay, so this type of beak is found in all those birds which can drill the wood and then they can crack the nuts also. Okay, so these are pecking birds. Okay, pecking birds, example, woodpecker. This is woodpecker, which is a kind of pecking birds, and they have this strong chisel shaped beak. What they do? They use their strong and pointed beaks to make hole. Okay, they use this beak to make hole also. Now you can just estimate the strength of this type of beak so that they can easily make a hole where? In the hard woody tree trunk, the outer part of the tree, which is hard and woody, that is known as trunk. So to make hole in that trunk, these pecking birds use their strong and pointed beaks, chisel shaped beak. Okay, and then by making hole, they pull out the insects from inside these holes and then they eat them. Okay, next we have broad and flat beaks also. Okay, so the birds which are water birds, means which lives on the surface of water or near the surface of water. Example, ducks. What they do? They catch the fishes, they catch the worms from the water with the help of their broad and flat beaks only. Next, we have sharp edged beaks also. Okay, so the fish eating birds means which eats the fishes. Like we have pelicans. This is a fish eating bird. Okay, what does it do? It catch the fishes, frog, crabs. All these animals are eaten by this pelican, which is a fish eating bird. And for this purpose, it had a broad, long, and sharp edged beak. Okay. Next, we have what? How does a bird fly? Okay. The question arises is how does a bird fly? So the wings of birds help them to fly in the air. Okay. The very special feature which the bird have is to what? They have wings to fly in the air. Then the size and shape of a bird's wings affects its ability to fly, migrate, hover, dive, and even soar. Means the shape and size of a bird's wings, it varies from bird to bird, right? So that depends upon the ability to fly, migrate, hover, dive, and even soar. And as we have discussed, the birds have a streamlined body which help these birds to cut through the air so that they can easily go forward. Also, what they have is that their bones are very light and hollow. Inside their bones, there are air spaces because they are hollow, because of which their body becomes very lightweight and then they can easily hold their body to fly up in the high sky. The body has a strong framework of bones. Their body has a very strong framework of bones. Hollow bones, as I told you, they have hollow bones, and these hollow bones only help the birds to float in the air. They have feathers also present in their wings, which help them to cut the air. And then these feathers also keep these birds warm, okay, during the different changing season, and also help these birds to fly. The tail also, they have this type of tail also. This tail also helps the bird to, to change its direction, means during the flight when these birds are flying. So while flying, if they want to change the direction, so these tails of the birds only help them. Okay, so you can see. Now, as I told you in the initially only that most of the birds can fly, but still there are some birds which cannot fly being a bird also. And such birds are known as flightless birds. Example, kiwi, ostrich, emu, penguin, etc. These are the birds, but they cannot fly. Okay, they move on land only with the help of their legs. And they are called flightless bird. Okay, see, now the reason that why these birds cannot fly is that usually these birds have a very large body size. Their body weight is very high because of which they cannot lift up their body to fly in the sky. Okay, see, first of all, we have ostrich. Where is it found? It is found in Africa and it is the largest bird in the world. Very important. But it cannot fly. Okay, but it can run very fast. It cannot fly, instead, it can run very fast. It has very long legs. Okay, and the wings which they have is to balance their body while running. Next, we have penguins. Penguins, they are found in the Antarctic region and they use their wings only to balance their body while walking. Okay, they can even swim in the water also by flapping their wings. Next, we have kiwi. This is the kiwi bird you can see, which is found in New Zealand. Okay, then emu. Emu is found in Australia. emu. Emu is the second largest bird in the world after ostrich. Ostrich was the uh, largest bird, and the emu is the second largest bird in the world. And both the kiwi and emu are flightless birds as they cannot fly. Next, we have the topic feathers of birds. So, as we have discussed that birds have feathers to fly. So, birds have majorly two types of feathers. And these feathers are different in size, shape, color, and design. So, first of all, they have down feathers. These down feathers are very soft and fluffy feathers. You can see this is down feathers. These down feathers cover the whole body of the bird so that they can keep the body of a bird warm. Secondly, they have flight feathers. Flight feathers are long and stiff feathers of the bird. They are long and stiff also. Okay, it helps them in flight, and they are found on the wings and tail part of the bird. So you can see this is flight feather. Next is what that birds need bathing also. Okay, birds bathe also to keep their feathers clean and flexible. Okay, now next topic which we have is nesting habits. So as we all know that every living organism need a shelter to live. So on the basis of this fact only, the birds also need a shelter, and for that purpose they make their own house which is known as nest. Now different birds make different type of nest to live in. They use their nest to lay their eggs, to give birth to their babies, and then to feed those babies also. Okay, so let's discuss the chapter. So birds make different types of nest at hidden and isolated places. Okay, like trees, old buildings, rooftops, poles, etc. These different places are used by the birds to make their nest. Then birds need nest. Why? To lay the eggs. The need of the nest by the bird is to lay eggs. And after some time, when the eggs hatch, the baby comes out, right? And when the babies are grown up enough, they fly away from that nest. Okay. And then they also leave that particular nest and never come back to that specific nest only. They build a new nest when they have to lay eggs again. And if those same birds have to lay the eggs again, then they will build up their new and own nest. In our country, if we talk about our country, nests are usually built in February and March. Okay, this is February. So February and in March month, the nests are usually built by the birds during the spring season. And to make these nests, the birds use different materials like twigs, wool, cotton, okay, dry grass to build the nest. It is dry grass to build their nest. These are the different materials which are used by the birds to make their nest. Now let us discuss the different nest of different types of birds. First of all, we have the tailor bird. So the bird uses its beak like a needle. Okay, the tailor bird uses its beak only, which act as a needle, and through that beak, the tailor bird sew the leaves together with thread or wool. And that is why it is called the tailor bird. Okay, you can see this is the nest of a tailor bird. Next we have what? The weaver bird. Okay, this is the nest of a weaver bird. This is weaver bird and this is its nest. So this weaver bird makes its nest with twigs and grasses. And this nest hangs from the branch of a bush or a tree. Okay, the shape of the weaver's bird's nest is like bottle shaped, and the uh, opening or the entry from inside this nest is at the lower end of the nest, which is a kind of tunnel like opening. Okay, you can see It is at the lower end of the nest. From here only a bird can enter its nest. Weaver bird. Next we have the vulture. Okay, this is the vulture's nest. Okay, what does it do? It gathers a few sticks only, and then it puts them together in the shape of a shallow cup. That is only what is known as its nest. Then next we have woodpecker, as we have discussed about it before also, that earlier also, that woodpecker is a pecking bird which can peck the trunk of a tree with its beak so that it can make a hole. And this hole only act as a nest for the woodpecker. Okay. Then the entry of this nest is very small, but inside it, it is very large. The trunk part inside where they have make a hole, the inside part is very large so that the eggs can be easily laid over there. But the entry is very small so that no other bird can easily enter inside that. Next we have the cuckoo bird, which is also known as koel. See, the cuckoo or koel is a very clever bird. Why? Because it quietly lays its eggs in the nest of other birds. It does not take its own nest. In spite of that, it lays its egg in the nest of some other bird, and that also very quietly. Okay, it chooses the nest where the eggs look like its own. Okay, and the other bird does not know this, and then it hatches the cuckoo's eggs also. And even after that, bird feeds the cuckoo's babies also. Okay, you can see this is nest of another bird where the cuckoo lays its eggs. The next is penguin. Penguin is a flightless bird. It simply collects a few pebbles and stones and then make its nest on the ground only. You can see this is penguin. Okay, hummingbird. Hummingbird are the only birds that can fly backward, forwards, up, down, even stabilize itself at a constant place while flying. Very interesting fact that it is the only bird which can fly in all the possible direction. Backward, forward, up, down. Even it can stabilize itself at a constant place while flying also. Next is caring for the young. See, after the bird has lays its egg, the eggs must be kept warm in order to hatch. For that purpose, the parent birds keep the eggs warm by sitting upon them. Okay, like this. The parent birds keep the eggs warm by sitting on them. Okay, when the baby is fully grown, after that, when inside that egg, when the baby is fully grown, then the egg shell will break and the baby bird will come out. Then this parent bird feeds them, keeps them warm. Okay, they protect them from the enemies, from the bad weather, and the parent bird only look after their babies until their feathers grow up and the babies learn properly to fly and feed themselves. Until that time, the parent birds take care of their young birds or the young babies. Okay, so that's all for the chapter. We have discussed or explored the beautiful and the wonderful world of birds. I hope you must have understood the different and the distinct features of the birds which makes them unique and attractive in our nature. So let's meet in the next session. Till then, keep learning, keep going well, and thanks to everyone.